Hi guys, welcome to Authentically Maskless, where we talk about the being and who you were always being or supposed to be without the masks that you adopted along the way. Guys, I'm sorry, but you guys need to be patient with me while I am going to talk to you about this. I am going to prepare food so that I can also have some dinner. Guys, I just spoke about the ladder experiment and how you impress or impregnated your imaginal act into your subconscious mind, and how easy it is, and that you don't actually need to have any technique or anything else to assist you to realize that new reality. It is as easy as just to imagine it as if it's already done and feel the naturalness of it without conditioning it, without trying to convince or try to whatso freaking ever. Now guys, that means that you stay into sleep. When you go to bed, before you sleep, you impress your subconscious mind, you impregnate your subconscious mind with that what you desire to experience, as if it already happened, without believing or feeling or try to convince yourself of that end. And the most easiest way is to not have any emotions about it, but just feeling the naturalness, and by using your 5 senses in your imaginal scenery, as if you see yourself doing or feeling or hearing or whatsoever in your mind. Now SATs usually meant that you do it before you went to bed and before you go to sleep, and the reason for it is when you go to bed and you fall asleep, you fall asleep into that new identity, and because your logical, rational mind is not there to oppose that what you want to experience. So it's much easier for your subconscious mind to execute that new desire into your reality. But with that, we all have this kind of idea that we either have ADHD or aphasia, or we can't imagine, or we can't do whatever, or we fall asleep very quickly before we end our imaginal scene. And all of that, it's because we live in an era where there's a lot of instant gratification making you feel good, and we have a lot of monkey chatter or inner chatter or whatsoever, because we have so much access to things that we want to experience instantly. So we consume so much stuff each and every day that make our mind feel like there's no control, or we have no we have a chatter brain or monkey brain. We cannot focus, our mind is overactive, we can't keep a mental state, we can't clearly imagine anything. And the reason for it is because we are undisciplined, our mind, because we are using technology that actually cause our brain frequency to get overactive, and therefore we cannot hold tension or attention when we want to imagine or impress our subconscious mind, and therefore we can't be clear on what it is that we want to experience. If you don't believe me, I think we all can agree. If we look at our society, we have a lot of people with ADHD, PTSD, aphasia, people that cannot concentrate because they are, for some other reason, have all of this untrue beliefs. And we struggle to control our emotions and our feelings because our thoughts are all over the place, and because of that we cannot set intention, and therefore we try to toxic positive our way out of it by reaffirming and trying to force whatever is happening in our physical plane. And the fact of the reality is we can't change the physical reality because it's already solidified because of our past beliefs and impression in our thoughts and our imagination. So it is old things playing out. Basically, how to explain it, it is like trying to force yourself to go against the current of what is the river or the sea or what the ocean, while actually what the best way to do is not to resist, because whatever you resist, it's going to persist. You're going to struggle, you're going to experience more of that resistance. So basically it's to let go of that resistance and flow with the current, trying not to force or to change that what is already experienced in the physical plane or reality. But what you can do is, how you react to it is not try to force to change it, but remember who you are and that you have the ability to change it when you impress your subconscious mind at night. And how you do that is by doing your imaginal scene and impress your subconscious mind so that tomorrow can be different. But first we need to be honest with each other. How can we set an intention if our mind and our emotions and our feelings is scattered all over the place and we have no control? My first suggestion will be to remove yourself of all social media, of all social platforms, of no YouTube videos, no trying to see what is the best next technique. Just take the time and do a mental diet by removing yourself from all of the distraction that is out there in your physical, and that means to take away all your attention that cause you not to be able to focus or set an attention long enough for your subconscious mind to be impressed. Don't do Netflix, don't watch movies, nothing. Just really become quiet. Go into the silence and allow your mind and your body and your feelings and emotions to come to a place where it can actually just hear itself without any judgment. It's not a forcing thing, because you will realize when you do that and you become more present without distraction, the thoughts will come and go and your emotions will come and go without any feeling and trying to convince or trying to make assumptions what it means and what it does not mean. And you will realize it will flow much quicker, and your mind and your emotions and your body will get to a place where it's calm and it is clear. You will not have that foggy attention or mind or feelings or whatsoever. You will be clear. You will have much more clarity. And at that place of clarity, you can do whatever you need to do to impress your subconscious, because your mind will be clear, your emotions will be neutral, and you will not try to get or achieve something, and you will not resist what it is that you actually want to experience, but you will naturally went into that in desire, imaginal scene or impression or visual scene whatsoever without effort. And it will feel natural. It will not feel as if you try to force yourself to do anything. And when you've done that, you will go by your day and you will actually start to live your life naturally as you would used to before you knew about conscious manifestation. Because the fact of the reality is we always have been manifesting without effort. It does not mean that you actually are aware of manifestation, meaning conscious manifestation, that you should effort or you should struggle and it's more difficult. In fact, because you know of conscious manifestation and you know that you can actually choose what you desire, this alone should actually be so simple for you to do, because now you know that you've always created the undesired experiences, and the exact same thing with the good experiences, that you can select now that what you would like to experience and desire to experience without effort. The problem is we are complicating it because we want to use more techniques and effort in doing and wanting and needing and not having and being aware of not having what we desire, or experiencing undesired circumstances like other third parties or having debt or whatsoever freaking ever. Our attention is put there that we actually just recreate more of that, because we don't live in the present moment that was always natural to us, because we've always have done the things that we need to do. Remember, Neville stated, it's not our job to know the how or the when, and the breach of events will unfold naturally according to our experiences to bring us about what we desire to experience. And if things are unfolding that look like undesired experiences or opposing of that what we would want to experience, that could be still part of our breach of unfolding or events bringing us to that end. But we need to stay faithful and impressing our subconscious mind with the new imaginal act until it feels natural. And even if things unfold undesired or seem to be opposing to our end goal, you will experience that you will not react negatively or respond negatively, but you will actually just react naturally according to whatever it is that you want to experience. I mean, how many times did we experience something undesired and still actually receive that what we actually want to achieve or receive before we knew about manifestation? We actually also experienced still the end goal, even though it might have not looked like we were going to experience it or whatsoever. The same thing with praying. People that have religion background using prayer as a tool, you know how many times you have prayed for something and you just set the intention and thank God for it, and you went to your bed and go to sleep. Even though you didn't know if it's going to happen or not, you have trusted that what you have prayed for was answered or heard by God or whatsoever. And the next day, you would proceed with your day as a normal person living life, knowing that whatever needs to happen, it will unfold or will happen. Now, guys, exactly the same thing with manifestation. Conscious manifestation is exactly the same thing. Whatever you have prayed for, it will be recognized and answered, and it shall be given to you already. You know this. So why are you trying to force yourself to convince that what you want to experience or want to have or what you desire is not going to be realized, when you know the desire itself was a promise? It was given to you by God for you to experience. So why are you doing the opposite of what that is actually meant? Just set the intention. Once a day is enough. 10 to 15 seconds of a loop indicating that you have experienced that desire for 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes if you have the brain capacity or mental capacity to do so. Go to bed, sleep on it, know it's done, wake up, go by your day without concerning yourself how it is going to happen for you, because it's already done. You've already experienced it in your mind as natural as possible, because you can't want something that you have already have done or experienced. That is why in the Bible it say when you have communion with another woman, you have already done the deed. When you have already climbed the ladder in your imagination, you have already done it. You don't need to do anything, and you won't have the desire to do so because you've already experienced it. That is why the sticky notes that say in stating, I will not climb a ladder, it's because the desire of having it or wanting to climb a ladder is done, because you don't want to climb something that you already have done. But it also cause you to have least resistance to that end, to experience it, because you don't want to have something that you already have. You don't want that. You don't want that. And why would you want to force and convince yourself of doing that? So guys, go back to the fucking basics and just do what you need to do. You have it already in you. So stop watching YouTube channels trying to get to the next best thing, doing the technique, doing all of this shit, affirmations. Neville stated, to affirm in vain is not going to bring you anything, because it's what you impress on your subconscious mind that is already been true, that is already going to do that. So my personal experience, and not to diss anyone that is doing the affirmations or robotic affirmations whatsoever, I've experienced less results or success with affirmations, because I've used affirmations to try to convince myself of something that is not true. And the thing is, I've used affirmations and that caused toxic positivity. So it was not the way to go. It was not the affirmations that made me shift into that new identity or reality, but the mental picture, because that is exactly what imagination is. Whatever technique you use, you create a mental picture of naturalness, of already experiencing that end. So guys, first of all, get off the fucking phone and off Netflix and off searching for the next best thing, and do a mental diet of not doing anything but just the one thing, and that's impressing your subconscious mind either in the morning or before you go to bed, when you feel the least resistance or thoughts, monkey brain feelings that is all over the place. Only do it when you feel natural, calm, and you can just do it just because of the fun of it, not because you want it or need it or desire it, just because you can do it without any intention of receiving it, because whatever you have in your mind, you have already done it. You are the cause, the reality is the effect, and if you impressed your mind perfectly without forcing anything, it will be realized in your reality. Remember, today's experiences is maybe 2 years back's thoughts that you have impressed on your subconscious mind. So you can't expect for 30 years of having shitty impressions in your in your thoughts, in your imagination, that everything is going to just remarkably just change instantly, because it's going to you need to discipline your mind, impress your subconscious mind until it feels natural. And when you have done it, don't concern yourself about how it will unfold and how it will come about, because it's not your job. Your ways is not my Father's way. My Father's way is not your way to understand or whatsoever. There's a scripture to back it up. I just can't remember exactly the wording or the saying. You don't need to concern yourself about the time or the how it will unfold. Each and every pregnancy have their own appointed time. So don't worry. It's already done. It's yours. If you have done the impression correctly, it would not even concern you how it will unfold or not. All right?